back to my channel. It's your girl Lutendo Diopara. I'm back with another video. Also have someone who is very business minded, and the other thing is that he's an entrepreneur. He have these great ideas, and he's someone who's looking forward to actually change the world with the little things that he have in his own world, or should I say entrepreneur world. His name is JJ. Would like to introduce him, and then for him to also introduce him further to you guys. I'll give it to you.
Thank you, Lutendo, for having me. It's such an honor and a privilege to be recognized for the little I know, as you mentioned. And as you said, my name is JJ, JJ Rumbu, and I've become in economics, and also have some experience in the IT sector, and also that's for the other people. For myself, I created my brand that you can see here, and I have a couple of small activity on the side, printing, and I also wrote a book and stuff like that. And it is a privilege to be here, as I said. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, thank you. It's a great thing to have people like you to be willing to be part of this YouTube channel.
Exactly.
I like people who who have a great mind to want to change the world, because without you guys we won't be able to move forward. But today, our focus, I think, or our topic is actually focusing on the workplace more than anything. We notice, or I should say, the topic is created because of the issues, stress, and problems in which we find ourselves within our work environment. So we thought, let's have a conversation to help people to find solution to solve those problems. And it can also be in your personal space, which is your life. And then we thought, maybe it's because, first of all, maybe it's because people, they don't know who they are, and then what they are for, and why they are there in the workplace, to then understand. But I'm gonna allow JJ to pick it from there, and then I will be also commenting. I also have my sister behind the camera, who also had her own experiences of work environment, and also had to find other ways to work around it and be still where she is today. So I'm gonna allow JJ to take over and give us some thoughts and on how to find solution to the problem within our work environment, or also in our life space.
Thank you, Lutendo. As you say, we live in a society, in a world where we always have problem. We have problem at home, we have problem at work, we have problem in our business, we have problem in our relationship. We always have problem, you know, no matter where we go. But the main thing is, how do you deal with this problem? How do you find a way to work with this problem and still move your relationship forward, your business forward, and your work, the tasks that you have to do, all those challenges, how do you move forward? And as we were talking, we actually find that a lot of people have that, and they're stressed, they have anxiety, but because they don't know how they can deal with those problems.
Yeah.
So for me, I would say, for instance, the first thing to do is that driving. You cannot just go and jump into a car, but you need to know why you want to drive the car
and
where you are going.
Yes.
It is the same thing with problem. You need to identify the problem. What is the problem that you are facing? You know, what is it? What do you need to do first of all? You have a project in front of your eyes. Okay, what are the requirements for this project? What do they expect from you? Because if you don't understand the problem, first of all, you don't understand what is required from you, you won't know how to move forward. That will be the first thing. You identify the problem, you understand the problem, and then once you do that, then you will be able to start moving forward. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, and the other thing that I can add is that you find people, I think just to start with when you apply for the role, and then what you are trying to offer. I also shared with JJ that you are like a company of your own.
Yeah,
You render
exactly.
services. So you need to understand when you get yourself into a role, what is the services you're going to provide,
Yeah.
and then what is it that you want to also add into your organization, you're willing to add into your organization so it's more sellable and competitive out there.
Yeah.
And then that way it will help you then to understand that when you have to deal with the problems, or should I say finding solution to the problems, you've already understand who you are,
Exactly.
what you offer, and what you want, what is your goal, what
exactly.
you want to achieve.
Exactly.
So the process within the workplace for you to then be successful, you need to understand that first. And then when you are then given a task, you need to understand you might not be liked by everyone within the organization,
No, not at
but
all.
you might need everyone to be able to fulfill the task.
Exactly.
Right? So it's important to maintain the relationship, and also understand what are those relationships and how are they going to help you on the current task that you have. And also when you understand the task you have, you also have to understand the individual that helps you to fulfill the task.
Exactly.
So it's important that you understand that within your work environment, and then you try to build the relationship. You also mentioned when we were chatting about in relationship, how they actually play a good role for you to help you to actually achieve when it comes to the project, the task, and the role of on its own. You mentioned about the relationships. So I would like you to share with them, because I felt like that was something that is important for you to also know.
You see, when you have a task or a project that you need to do, when you're trying to understand what is required from you, sometimes it is even difficult to understand what is presented in front of you.
Yes.
So you will have people. It can be your manager, it can be your task leader, or it can be your wife, or it can be your friend who you need to do something with. So first of all, you will need to be able to, if you don't understand, ask clear questions. You say, what do you expect from a relationship? What do you expect from this relationship? What do you expect from me? The moment you understand what you expect from what the person expects from you, you will know exactly what you need to do also. And then in a company, you need to understand, to ask the person who gives you the task, what do you expect from me? And then when the person tells you exactly what the person expects from you, you start thinking about, okay, who will help me, who can help me achieve that task? But in order to have people around you who will be able to help you achieve that task, you need to be able to have good relationship with people as well. You need to be a people person, because if you're not a people person, like if we take the case of a company, how are you going to ask the colleague who sits next to you if you never greet him in the morning? You know, if you are a one-man show, you come to the office, you just sit, you haven't had your coffee, so nobody can talk to you and stuff like that. It will be difficult for you to say, hey, by the way, I have this issue, I have this problem that I'm trying to solve, but I don't understand it. Can you help me? It will be difficult. But if you're a people person, if you're always trying to say, hi, how are you doing? You know, you don't have to have everybody coming to your house or to your flat, wherever you live, but you need to be a people person who acknowledge people and stuff like that. So that when you have a task like that, you can say, hey, by the way, I have this problem I'm trying to resolve. I don't know how to go about it. Can you help me? And you'll be surprised, people are always willing to help. It can be within the family, it can be in a neighborhood, it can be in a community, it can be at work. Say, I need to solve this, how can I go about it? Because you're a people person, because you always acknowledge the presence of people, not only when you need them, people will be like, oh sure, I know this you can do this. Or it will point you to the right person within the organization. So and so can help you resolve that. So that's why it is also important to have a good relationship. Not only at work, not only in the family, not only in the community, everywhere.
I think also it's it's important within the relationship to understand that it's not only the people that you like.
No.
Right?
No, not at all.
You can't go with your feelings.
No, not
And
at
you
all.
can't go with the attitude of the next person, because remember, the organization, for it to hire different characters of people, it is what it requires.
Yeah.
Because if we behave the same, I think a lot of
It will be boring. It will be boring.
and most of things will go wrong. Because if all of us are yes to yes ma'am, yes sir,
and you don't have that one person who can say, I don't really agree with that, maybe we can do this, then we won't achieve great results. We won't innovate, we won't create new product out there, we won't create things that excite other people out there. You understand? It will be a very boring world. That's why we need different type of people, different type of character, but people who understand that we depend on each other.
Yes, and mind you, as a brand yourself, the more you understand different characters in the workplace, the better you are relevant within any character. And also, your offering as yourself, you will know how to deal with certain individuals. How to go about. You won't use the same method you use for someone you like or someone you are close to as the person who's actually you don't really understand them. Do you understand?
You know, something always crossed my mind when I go to shopping mall where there's parking and stuff like that. You have parking attendant. They're always there trying to grab your trolley, trying to help you and stuff like that. And I always, when they say hi, sometimes you're in a hurry, you feel like, maybe he's a nobody, I shouldn't acknowledge him and stuff like that. But I always ask myself, okay, let's say I don't acknowledge this person, you know, I don't say hi, you know, because I just drove my nice car, I don't need to acknowledge him, you know, I'm on top of the world. I go into the shop, I buy whatever I want to buy, and then I come back to my car, and the car doesn't start. The car needs to be pushed. Who are you going to call to push your car? The same guy.
The same guy that you didn't greet.
Who you didn't greet. But if when you jump out of the car and you say to the guy, if the guy say, hello boss, whatever they always say, and you're like, you just need to be nice.
Yes.
Say, hey, how you doing? Fine. The moment you come back to your car and you say, hey, my car is not starting. Can you help me?
Yes.
I will come running. But if you were like all moody,
they might walk away.
you'll be like, dude, now is my time to shine. So you need to be a people person. When you go to the shop, everywhere, everybody deserves a smile. Everybody deserves kindness, unfortunately.
And I think that's how you can resolve your problems or issues within the work or your personal life. I'm gonna also touch into another sub topic which we address ways to improve process within the workplace. I also mentioned that as an employee, you are not going to just work very hard and follow the process. You might be someone who's very smart, right? You are very creative, innovative.
More is needed.
Yes, you remember you're a company. So the services that you are rendering should also be seen. You can make a difference. You can create new things and be smart. Then be a smart employee when you're working. I remember we also touched base on that, and then I think that's another thing that I can put to it. When you're an employee, be smart.
You actually need to be smart, because you see, we're living in a world that is forever evolving. Everything changes all the time, every month, every week, and every day. And everybody needs to be competitive. You understand? Yes, you wanted you graduated, you wanted a job, they hire you. That's all fine. They hire you because you have a certain type of skill.
Correct.
But they didn't hire you to be a machine, meaning that every day you do the same thing, 4 o'clock, you pack your stuff and you go. If you work with that attitude, sooner or later you find yourself out of a job. So yes, you go there, they give you a task, what you are supposed to do, but you need to have a creative mind and an innovative mind. You need to look at the process in front of you, see if it's working for you, if there is a way to make it better. Because if you don't pay attention, you say to yourself, like, I need to make these things better. I need to make it easier, or I need to make this process faster.
Yes.
You're not helping the company, because the company as well, the owner of the company, he had this idea to do this.
Yes.
But you can help the company from point A to point B to point C with your creation, your innovation,
Yes.
and all those ideas.
Yes.
Because if you don't, you find yourself out of a job one day. Why? Somebody else will come with the same skill, more creative, more advanced, give more input into the company, and they will say, this guy's been there with us for so long, we don't really
we
need
didn't
it.
see any change.
Not only that, if you don't help your company move forward, that company will go out of business.
Yes.
Because everybody is competing for the same client. So if you don't help your company move forward, you'll be out of a job. If you don't try to always upskill yourself, always be creative, you'll also be out of a job. Especially now in this pandemic that we are in.
And
a lot of things are changing.
You can see very well with the pandemic, be a smart employee, it's one thing that is important.
Yeah.
Because the way we used to do things is no longer the way it's required to do things. And I don't think the future is gonna change.
No.
It looks like it's just moved the whole the whole way we used to do things, which you need to be automated in the technology terms. And
look at company. We had company who didn't have a website. This company who didn't have a website.
Yes.
Okay. We were forced to be on a lockdown after we changed from level to this level to this level where people can operate. But company who had a website already, they were able from home to still be in touch with the client, give information, catalog, and all of that. Do you understand?
Yes.
And now, if you don't think about the future will slap you.
Exactly.
So you always want to think about the future all the time.
I think my sister wants to say something.
Yeah, I actually do have a question, because he raised a very powerful statement, which I truly do second. Now I'm just asking it from an eye of people that might have experienced what I've experienced. What then happened if you are a smart employee, you are going all out for a company, then it turns out that they're actually using you, they suck you dry, and you remain without prosperity, you are stagnant where you are, and you are starting to get frustrated because you are still giving and they're still taking and they still don't value you.
So the thing is, when you work for a company, first of all, they employ you because you can provide a certain type of service. You are selling your skill to that company, right? But in turn, you need to be able to identify whether is this company just using my skill, but they don't recognize me in terms of promotion, in terms of bonus, and in terms of increase. But if you realize that the company is just taking and taking and taking, you've been there for 5 years, 6 years, and stuff like that, but you don't see a growth in yourself, I think it is time for you to move on. Whether you love the company, they love you, they appreciate you, but they are failing to recognize you as a person, I think it's time for you to move on to the next company. Because there's always someone out there who is looking for somebody just like you. You were not born with that company, so there's no reason for you to stick with them for the rest of your life.
They hire you to render the services, so
Exactly.
the other company can also hire you to render the same services. I believe maybe because you are going through those and not being recognized and stuff, and then you fall into believing that, oh, I'm actually not worthy, I'm not valuable, because you kind of like listen to that message for like 2 to 3 years.
Exactly.
But I think people just need to build up some confidence and understand that the services that they actually offer can be required somewhere else. And the fact that you acknowledge that you are not being recognized, that should be the flag in which it tells you to start looking somewhere else.
Mhm.
No matter, because sometimes we convince ourselves to say, oh, maybe they will see it, let me try it again, let me try it again. But
Yeah.
we are taking a lot from you
Mhm.
emotionally and health wise. So I would
Mhm.
not advise somebody to, if they've already seen the red flag and they can see that this is not going to help to change anybody.
Mhm.
And you remember, people's person, you don't want to also create drama and whatever.
Mhm.
You know, oh, my services can be accepted somewhere else. You immediately
Yeah.
start looking for a job
Exactly.
and submit your CV somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
No, it's
You understand? It's
yeah.
not worth it. You only offer render services where they are required.
Exactly.
So then, if they don't require your services, you move.
It's time to move.
Okay, great response. I believe that a response will help a lot of people.
Mm.
In addition, now you get those people whereby you are giving your all and you are trying outside to look for a job and no luck for you. Like you are now in a situation whereby you are stagnant. I'm here, I've got bills, I can't just go. I'm stuck here.
Yeah.
How then can they cope until they get away
Where
to
you are. Okay.
where they wanna go?
I think because you've already acknowledged. If you don't know, then I would say it's a problem. But you have already acknowledged, you are aware, or I might not be finding a role outside, but I'm aware I'm not also being appreciated. So in the meantime, I'm not going to take it too hard. I'm doing it so I can pay the bills of my family and whatever. For now, I'm going to tolerate this whole, but you're aware so that you don't take it too hard. You're already aware.
Just a pause there. Would you guys say that I'm being heartless if going forward I choose to keep information to myself and I refuse to, professionally so, to train someone else, to give someone else to take over?
Okay, so the thing is, let me move backward first
Yes.
to your first question, and then I'll move to the second question. First of all, when you are there in the company, you're not recognized and stuff like that, you look outside, you cannot find a job, right? First of all, you need to remember when you went to varsity. When you went to varsity, what drives you? Faith. You're like, I'm going to finish varsity, I'm going to study and stuff like that, and then I'm going to get a job.
Pause right there. I haven't been to varsity, so can the answer be accommodated?
Yeah.
For
Even if you've never been to varsity, you prepare your CV. You're like, I need a job, I need to pay my bills and stuff like that. I have a dream, I have a vision, I need to do this with my life, I need a job. You prepare your CV. What made you prepare your CV? You had faith. Faith that somewhere out there will recognize me and will pick me and will give me a chance. You understand? So you have that faith. The same way, when you are in, and then you drop your CV, it's not the first person who hired you. No, you send CVs, maybe 50 CV out there. You understand? Maybe for 6 months or so, maybe for a year. And someone, when they say, I'm going to give a chance to this person. It is the same thing. When you are in a company, the thing is, sometimes when we go inside the company, we secure a job, we're like, okay, at least I find a job. Nintendo doesn't have a job, so I'm chill, I'm fine. Not at all. So once you are in there, first of all, you need to think about, you need to tell yourself, why am I here? I'm here because I want this, I want this, I want to learn this and this and this. But in the next 5-10 years, I need to be there. That's what need to drive you first. Not just the money, but your goal, your vision, right? And after that, you find that this company is not working for you, you're not recognized and stuff like that, you start looking outside. You need to remember that it is a competitive market out there. Everybody is looking for the same position. It's not 1,000 and 2,000 are fighting for that position. But you need to believe inside yourself, like, it's either I die or I survive.
Yes.
Because I want to survive. What is my plan? My plan is I need to send this CV every Wednesday. I need to send 5 CV every Wednesday till you find what you need. So you cannot just give up. You cannot. So you need to tell yourself, it's not, I send 5 CVs and that's it. No. First of all, who are your friends? The one you chill with every day on Friday, or every day or every Friday. You tell them, guys, I'm looking for a job. You send the word out there. They know that you're looking for a job. If they are good friends, they will also tell. They can even tell you, look, at my company, They are looking for people. You understand?
Mm.
And when you talk with people you know in shops and stuff like that, how are you doing and stuff like that? By the way, this is my skill. This is what I can do and stuff like that. If you know of somebody who's looking for someone like me, please holler at me.
Mm.
Do you understand? And still, we go back to the first point. That's why in society, you need to be a people person.
You
You
need
understand?
I wanted to say that.
You need to be a people person and stuff like that. So you keep on trying. Coming to your next question, where you say, can I start keeping information and stuff like that? You are killing yourself. Because today with Google and everything is out there. Everything is out there. Whether you choose to keep information or to share information, information is findable faster than 20 years, 15 years before. When you don't want to share information, you are actually killing yourself. You are killing the person who you are. You are a person who is driven by success, driven by excellency. So therefore, do your best all the time. Be the best all the time until you go out. Because one day what will happen? Maybe you feel like the person is not recognizing you at that moment. Maybe they will send you to another branch so that you can do a particular work. You go there, you give your best, and that manager say, no, I'm keeping this person here. But if you were holding information for yourself, you'd be like, this person is just as useless as the rest. Do you understand? So you cannot, because of the society or because of what is happening, change who you are. You just need to be the best all the time. Because you never know.
I also feel that sorry, I'm taking over your
No.
conversation. I also feel that the company structures out there also does, I think I've mentioned it to you a number of times, does have an impact of what we pass through, because you find there's a family company which there's no procedures, there's no process. Things, they happen based on who is who. And then you find there's big companies, big brands, whereby there's a structure, there's processes, even though they can be frustrating, but you know, okay, from this stage I go to that stage, from that stage I go to that stage. So I also, from the experience of smaller company coming to big company, I've realized that I stand to be corrected. The frustration there is more personal than professional, and it drains and kills you, and you start questioning yourself. If you are a professional, maybe you are an engineer or something, you start even feeling yourself that, why did I study to become an engineer? Why this is frustrating, because of the frustration you coming from. But when you're in a big company, they've allocated to you a certain portion that you deal with. So you don't even have frustration. Your frustration is people not responding, not you not being able to do your work. But then a small company, you're expected to do what you also don't know, and what is not even there within the company, you have to go and hunt for it and produce it. After producing it, and then be able to perform it.
You know, sorry.
No, it's fine. I wanted to add on your comment when you say, should I remember it again? What did you say exactly?
Where I talk about being the best all the time?
Yes, I wanted to say, sharing information again. When you share information and somebody is successful in what they do, you have achieved one of your goals. You didn't change who you are, but you have made impact. And remember, that person might be one day the person who says, by the way, Voice 5 years ago did this, whatever, and you find yourself, it's your network. Remember, we don't grow career-wise by only intellect, but also people, right? They recognize what you do. So that's why you cannot change who you are. So in terms of explaining for a small organization, I'm still standing and say, when you know, and you understand what is the problem, as we were addressing it, you don't take it too hard, because you already now know, this is the problem. It's a small company, it's a family, whatever, they have their own agenda, right? You are aware, so you take out yourself out of the agenda, but still fulfill your task while you are pursuing your goal.
Exactly.
At the same time.
So the main thing is, you are in a family business, for instance. You know they're not organized, they don't have processes, they just do as they please because they've been doing it for 15 years. It's just work. You understand? First of all, when you're in a company, you need to always remember that, why am I there? You are there, first of all, because you wanted to learn something, and also because you are going somewhere with your life. And that somewhere is not final. It's not just that company.
Yes,
It is many other company, or maybe it is that company. You go there to learn something. You go there to learn what is working, what is not working, how they do it, and then how can I make it better for myself or in another company.
Yes.
If you are in a structured company as well, as you mentioned, there will be certain other type of frustration, but you always ask yourself, why did I take this job? I took this job because I want to have money so that I can study this particular skill so that it will lead me to my goal. It's always about your goal, first of all, as well. But if it's just about, I need to get paid and stuff like that, well, all those frustrations will hit you very hard. But when you know where you're going, like, okay, I can take this because I'm just here for 5 years. Time for me to organize this and that. Time for me to learn this and that. I won't have to deal with this man, this woman. You know exactly where you're going. So you don't take too hard. It's too hard.
As an entrepreneur yourself, you can also use the same experiences to better your own businesses that you're doing.
You look at what was not working there, and you say to yourself, okay, the day I start my company, or when I start my company, this cannot be tolerated. This is what we need to do, and sometimes, even if it is a family business, it is a family company, because the grandfather started it or the grandmother started it, they think that that is the way they need to operate. With Corona, we had company who never allow employees to work from home. Today, they cannot say, no, you cannot work from home. Everybody's working from home, and it is working. And some people are even more productive from home than they were in the office, because in the office there was a lot of distraction, smoke break and stuff like that. But they just need to produce, you understand? So you can also tell this family company, look, I see you guys, you've been doing this for so many years. I understand why, because of your ancestors and wherever. But can we try this? Because if we try 1, 2, 3, like this other company where I work for, or I did some research, they are able to reach this level of profit. When you mention profit, when you mention the interest, they will listen. If you mention your own personal feelings, forget it. They won't listen. It's always about the goal of the company. That's how it is.
The growth. Taking them from one point to another point.
Yeah.
That's what moves any organization. It's not just an idea.
Exactly.
So I think for the video not to be that long, I'm gonna allow my friend here with the whole explanation we were doing. He also come up with a book where he's trying to help people to think out of the box and not only have one stream of income, but have more than one stream of income. If you can see that when Corona hit, most of us, we had one stream of income, and we were paused. Our life came to a full stop because now it was one stream, and that stream was taken away, which our life became a disaster, if I'm gonna put it that way.
Exactly.
So I like the fact that JJ here has actually wrote a book that it can actually help you think out of the box. I'm gonna allow him to talk about it, and then we'll close off our video today.
So basically, why I wrote that book is, the title of the book is How to Create an Extra Income. So since early age, I always hustle. I always try to find things that I can sell, buy and resell, from pens, from clothes and stuff like that. I always try to buy and sell and stuff like that. And then at some point I realized that after also creating my brand Rack and my printing hustle on the side, I realized that I've learned something that I can share with other people out there, because people have skills. People have skills that they only sell to one company, you understand? And they have skills that they wish they can learn, you understand? But because they're working with this particular company, they think that they should just die with that particular company. But with Corona happened, and Corona showed us that, hey, this income can be closed. And if it is closed, we are finished. So I told myself, why not release this book so that people can find some sort of ideas into the book and see how they can use their skill that they have. Instead of selling it to only one company, they can sell it to many companies,
Yes.
or they can go and learn something new and then sell it to other company and make profit and have 1 or 2 stream of income, and that can help them achieve their goal, support their family, or travel. I'm not talking about being a billionaire or being a millionaire and stuff like that, because I know for a fact, if today Nintendo, I show you a way where you can make an extra 2,000 rand or an extra 3,000 rand or 5,000 rand, it can help you to resolve a certain problem that you cannot at this point in time resolve.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Basic things.
Mm.
Yeah. So I released the book last year, and it's going well. A lot of people actually appreciate and like, but it would be good for a lot of people to also get all of it so that they can learn, and because people are smart, but they just need that little boost to remind them of what they are, what they have inside of themselves. Yeah.
And because people also are not willing to read those big books, we made it very short. You can
very
read
short.
it within 45 minutes.
Yeah, because even myself, I don't like those. Even when I look at a post from Instagram, I don't want this long post, long story. You need to sleep on it. Time is like, it's 15 minutes. So I told myself, let's make it very short, so that a person can sit for 30 minutes, read the book through, and after 30 minutes can decide, what am I going to do with the information that I just learned now, and decide which action plan, what is he going to do.
Yeah.
You understand? Because life is happening now, things are happening now, and you don't need 15 years to figure out what you need to do with your life. You just need 30 minutes to decide, okay, do I want to suffer? Do I want this wife to always complain that I don't produce enough?
Husband.
Or do you want this husband to complain, stuff like that. So that's why I actually say, let's make it short, so that a person can read, and after that have an idea and it can help. It's just about helping, because we depend on each other, we learn from each other. And I told myself, let's help people out there, figure out things for themselves. Yeah.
So for where you find it, you find it at the bottom on the description space. And I will try to also take a photo, because I forgot to bring it here. I do also have
I
it.
myself, sorry.
I'm gonna try to take a photo of it, and then I will show it on the side of the screen. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate your time. I know my video today is a bit long, or should I say it's very long. But don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification button, and share with whoever you think it might help with this video. Thank you so much. Bye. I love you.